Hi guys, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps, and today we are going to be creating this lovely card using our brand new stamps. We've got some older stamps from previous releases as well. And I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to create something like this. Now I've designed these stamps, you can stamp them like this, but they are fabulous for any of you fussy cutters out there that love cutting things out. So if you didn't want to stamp like this, of course you can cut out and make it a little bit more three-dimensional and put it onto the branch like that, which I think looks absolutely fabulous. But of course, if you're not a fussy cutter, if you do not like cutting out, that's absolutely fine. I just want to show you now how easy it is to create something like this as well. So let's pop these to the side and let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to ink up the jacket, and that's going to be my starting point using the VersaFine black, and I'm going to pop that down round about here. Now for the skirt, we can either mask off or we can just gauge it and just ink up at the bottom, and then placing it down over the top like so. I've got a little bit of overlap in there, but by the time we colour that in, we would never notice. So next thing we're going to do is put our coat hanger in. So again, I'm just going to mask off an area here and here. Ink up our coat hanger, again in the onyx black. There we go. So taking our branch, again I'm inking up in the black, and then I'm going to place the edge of the branch so it looks like the fairy's outfit is literally just hanging on the branches there. Now if we want to pop a few more just to make it look a little bit more natural, try and place it at different angles to make it look more realistic. There we go. And then again I'm going to ink up our mushrooms and pop them in the corner there and there, like so. Okay, so before I go any further now, I've got the base of the stamping done. I'm actually going to put some colour onto the gel press now, and I'm going to take a print. But I'm going to make sure that I pick really light, subtle colours, because I want it to give it a sort of vintage feel. So I've got a soft signet here. So inking up the brayer, I'm going to just transfer that over the top. Now it's quite difficult to see this colour, but there's plenty on there, so I'm not too worried. And then the graphite. So I'm going to ink up a little bit of the graphite as well. And you're just going to have to trust the fact that there is plenty of ink on there for the effect that we want. So I've got a fan brush here. Take off the excess, and then I'm going to just sprinkle water over the top. Take off the excess. Now if you can't do this, then just grab a stencil brush and just tap the end. You're aiming for lots of tiny, tiny little dots, and you get that lovely organic patterning onto the card. So turning that upside down, I'm going to just pop that down like so. And that gives us a really nice background. I'm going to just dry this off. And now I'm going to start using some of the smaller stamps just to embellish. So I've got Shady Lane here. Let's just see first what it's like. That's a nice colour. So all you're doing is just building up that lovely foliage. I'm going to make it a little bit heavier just on the side here. Okay. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to bring in some twilight. This is our lovely blue. It's like a navy blue. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's my absolute go-to, as I'm sure you'll know. Make sure that you change the angle of the stamp, otherwise it will look too repetitive. Okay, we can go back and do more if we wish, but I'm going to get the little lanterns up first. Inking up in the Nocturne. And then we just choose one of the branches to hang the lights off. I think they just bring a little bit of magic to the image. Okay. So I'm going to go around the edge now with the twilight and bring in that lovely depth, because we want to pull our eyes into the center now. And to do that, we just got to frame it by darkening, making it look more dense, more three-dimensional. So just carefully work around the edge. Now I am using the VersaFine Clair for this, and of course you can use the elements, it's entirely up to you. So this is a permanent ink, but it's a really nice dense colour. Now because I've finished doing anything with water, I don't want this colour to move now, so I'm quite happy that it's a permanent colour. If I wanted to add water to it, then I'd use the elements, that's your water-based inks, and that will create movement if you add water. Those are your two different inks. I know there's lots of different inks on the market, but I do tend to stick to those two. VersaFine Clair is, I think, the best ink for stamping with. It gives you incredible detail, and the elements are incredibly juicy watercolour inks that work brilliantly with the gel press, which is why we designed them that way. The water content, although they're juicy, the water content is very low, so it stops any beading on the gel press. Okie doke. Right, and you can see now your eye is drawn into the middle. So I'm going to do a little bit more stamping over here now. So let's just take one of our stamps, our little stamps. Hard to know when to stop, isn't it? Okay, that's nice and dense now, so it really does draw me into the centre. So I'm going to add a little light around our lamps, like so. And then I'm going to just pull this dress out now by adding a little bit of depth behind it. So this makes it stand out a little more. So these are our clean colour pens. These are absolutely fabulous. They're by Kuretake, which again I think is one of the best brushes. Japanese brushes are absolutely fabulous. They hold their shape, you know. The bristles on them are absolutely fabulous. So these are my go-to pens for colouring in. It was actually Jo Rice that got me into these. She's also a very big fan, and she lent me some, and I haven't looked back since. Okay, so you can see now I've created a little bit of shadow behind that, so it makes it stand out that much more. I'm going to bring a little bit of colour onto the dress. I want it to kind of stay a bit vintagey, so I'm going to stick with quite neutral colours. So remembering that I'm on watercolour card, which is why I can get the movement of these lovely pens. The watercolour card is important, because if you're stamping onto normal card and you use these pens, you won't get the same blending. So always check that you're on watercolour card. And surprisingly, no matter what colours you use and blend, it never taints the brush. So if I was to go straight in with from brown to yellow, it makes absolutely no difference to the colour, which always amazes me. Don't quite know how they do that, but they do. Okay, so we're nearly there. I've got my good old poster pen here, so I'm going to just pop a few little magic orbs around. Always think about the detail. Those last few little things make a difference, you know. And then the glitter. So what colour shall we go for? Go with some gold. And there you have it. So no two will ever be the same, but hopefully it's inspired you to have a go yourselves. So like I say, you can do your fussy cutting, you can cut this out if you wish, or equally stamp straight onto the card and just colour in. They're both such effective ways of creating your cards. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You take care. and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.